without dropping it?
Yeah, my nose is cold.
Okay, hold on. You're not going to wear that. You're not a stealth guy. Put your neck. There you go. Okay. It's very cold outside, but we're still working.
Yeah, give me. I'll hold it up.
Okay. All right, there you go. What you can see right here behind you, you can see that Swampy here is holding our guitar up. Why is he holding it up and it's still in primer? Because the last time I talked to you, I told you we were going to paint it. Well, what happened last night at 11:30 last night is I did paint the primer, the sealer on it, but I wasn't happy with the texture. Thank you very much. And I don't know if you can see this, but it feels kind of rough. And the finish that I'm going to put on this, I'm not going to color sand and buff it, which you might not even know what color sanding buffing is. But it's a spray on, the clear that I'm putting on this is a semi-gloss, and you can't sand it down. Once you spray it, it's done. So what I'm going to do to make it smoother, because the way that I did this, if you look, I like the grain to show. That lets the wood breathe, okay? I keep referring to this coat that we took off of it, this coating that we took off. So now you can see the grain in the wood, and I like that. I like that type of texture.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What are you doing, dude?
Get my nose warm so I can let go.
Hey, you look like a Ninja Turtle with that.
I'm sorry.
Let's not have that on, sir. So what I'm going to do to smooth up the surface a little bit, I'm going to take a piece of wet sand 1500, okay? Now I have let this dry overnight. Okay, the guitar has been drying overnight, and what we're going to do is we are going to sand the finish on that very lightly. We're going to wet sand it. What is wet sanding? Wet sanding is a procedure. I know. Okay, go ahead and tell everybody, what is wet sanding?
Because like right now it's very hard and dry, and when people done wet sanding it, it'll make it very smooth and soft.
That's right. Okay, basically what Swampy is trying to explain to you is wet sanding will take all the rough surface out, okay, and make it very smooth and soft. We are not going to sand the primer off all the way. All we're doing is lightly sanding it, just like you see me doing here. Okay, do you see that? Now feel that right there where I did that. I don't even think we need to wet sand it. I think we can just take 1500 and just kind of knock off the, knock the edges of it. Okay, you know, there we go. I mean, that feels 100% better.
Are you joking or no?
No, I'm serious. Just taking the 1500 and knocking off the rough surface is really making it feel a lot better. The problem you have when you do that with dry, though, is what happens is the primer builds up on the sandpaper, and then you start gouging it. So let's go ahead and just use a little bit of water. As you can see, I got my water right here. Okay, and we're just going to lightly sand it. Okay, we don't want to sand it heavy. Okay, all we're doing is getting the surface. Okay, getting all the nibs. Okay, we're nibbing the surface, you might say. Okay, I don't know if you know what that means, do you, sir? No. Nibbing the surface. That means that we're taking all the roughness out of it without ruining it. This is actually a non-sanding primer. You're not supposed to sand it, but we really have to because it just has that rough. It has that rough surface on it. And that's why I'm using 1500. Yes, I'm on the back now. I've already done the front. That's fast. It doesn't take long. Now I'm doing the back. As you can see, I'm just tapping the water on there. And like I said, all I'm doing is nibbing it just to get the roughness out. Okay? Because this is what you call a high quality custom finish on this. Yes, the grain of the wood will show. I want the grain of the wood to show because that's the way that I want it. And that's what makes it a custom finish. It's the finish that you want to put on your guitar instead of looking like every other fucking mojo going down the road, okay, that has the factory finish guitar. Okay, so we wipe it off. Now, we're doing this on a piece of cardboard. We don't want to use a piece of carpet, you might say, because we want to keep everything lint-free and clean. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to use a piece of cardboard so we don't mess our guitar up. And because we are painting, okay? We're not working on it. We're not adjusting the strings. So when doing a job like this, you want to use a nice hard firm surface, but you want to use a clean surface so as not to scratch your guitar. What I've done now is I went ahead and nibbed it down, I sanded it, and our guitar body is now ready to put the paint on. I noticed right here, this is one of the problems that you have when wet sanding epoxy primer. Okay, what I was saying is the primer will build up on your sandpaper, and I noticed right here there was a mild gouge, a scratch.
I didn't notice it.
Okay, I did. See, you have to pay real close attention. So you got to be real careful. And when I am sanding this, I'm sanding it very lightly because I don't want to bust through the primer down to the wood.
I know because when I sand, if I sand through like hard and I go through a lot, I'll sand through the paint.
And that's what we don't want to do. We don't want to sand. We don't want to sand it off where it goes to the wood again, because then we'll have to reprime it.
It's not fun doing
and we don't want that. Okay, we're going to leave our guitar right there. We'll be back when it warms up to go ahead and put the paint on and clear coat it. Alright, we just got done nibbing the trash off of our guitar, okay, and now it's actually time to go ahead and paint it. I was going to paint it last night, like I said. I put the sealer on. I didn't like the way it looked, so we're going to go ahead and try it again. But before I do, okay, what I want to do, I want to go ahead and put some sealer on this thing. Can you see it? Hello, are you there? Am I too far away from the son of a bitch? You can't even... Here we go. There you go. Now you can see it. Okay, we don't want to get too close because I'm going to be painting, and we don't want the paint fumes fucking us up. So, there. That's better. Now you can see it. Now you can see the guitar. See? So I'm going to go ahead and repeat my process with the rubbing alcohol. And I'm going to wipe it down again. And this is just to secure that all the grease and all the imperfections are out of it from our hands. Okay? And to make sure that we get all the residue from the wet sanding out of the wood of the guitar. So this is really going to be a nice guitar when I get done with it. Okay, I'm going to paint it black, but I'm also going to paint it blue. Okay? I'm going to paint it black first, then I will put the ice pearl blue on top of that. I think it's going to be a beautiful guitar, and we're also going to remake our pick cover, our pick guard. If you notice, I made that ugly cream one. That's all the material I had at the time. I'm going to make it out of pearl white. It's really going to go good with our guitar. Let's get it painted. Let's see what happens. Here we go. It's all in the way of saying, I can do it now. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Get in there. Learn from your mistakes. If you fuck it up, so what? Redo it till it's right. That's what it's all about. You learning how to do it until you get her done. We'll be back.